alongside Bingham High School for a High School Rewind Game of the Week. I am Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us on our matchup. The Bingham Miners and the Alta Hawks. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you along with us. Two undefeated teams in Region 3 doing battle on the night. The winner will take the lead of region going into the second half of the season. This is a big game for both teams. Let's start with the traveling Alta Hawks. Alta opened the season very tough to get started, but have got things right. They've righted the ship and got things moving in the right direction. 4-0 in region play heading in tonight. They beat Brighton a big game last week. They got a win over Copper Hills as well. Two of the teams that thought to be the top of the region. And Alta finds themselves now 4-0 coming in to the game against Bingham. 3 players on Alta averaging double figures. All 3 of them have to play very well tonight. And that is Nima Namdar, Chris Roberts, and Ibrahim Gerlach. All 3 are going to have to play very well tonight against a very balanced Bingham Miner team, but also a team that features the best big man in the state of Utah. The Bingham Miners we saw last week against Brighton get a big win and are 4-0 in region play, have not lost since the Utah Elite 8 tournament early in the season, and they're rolling offensively and got things moving. Yoeli Childs is the best big man in the state, one of the top prospects in the state of Utah as well. We expect him to play very well tonight, but it'll be a matter of who will be the other guy stepping up. Last week it was Mike Green hitting 5 threes against Brighton. The week before that it was Kyle Gehrig who had a big game against Copper Hills. It'll be interesting to see who will be the running mate alongside Yoeli Childs tonight. We know our teams and a couple players to look out for. When we come back, it'll be opening tip-off. You are watching High School Rewind only on Xfinity On Demand. Abraham Gerlach and Yoeli Childs will jump it as we are ready. They run away in a High School Rewind Game of the Week, and it's Alta Hawk basketball. Up the floor with DeLu. DeLu terminates and gets it up top. Swinging on outside with Chris Roberts. Roberts penetrates, kicks out in the corner. And DeLu working on Michael Green. He terminates, gets it off to Gerlach. We expect a very patient offense from Alta. Gerlach pulls up from the free throw line off the mark, and a rebound, Yoeli Childs. Quickly ahead with Michael Green. Both teams will take their time offensively. Big play in this game is going to be foul trouble. Childs fall away. Jay is good. And the Miners on the board first. Back down the floor, Nima Namdar. Namdar off the screen of Gerlach. Holds Gerlach. Up top with Nima Namdar. Namdar back over to DeLu. Mentioning to be very patient offensively. That ball tipped by Parker. There's Taylor Moore, gets back to Gerlach. Gerlach goes up against Yoeli Childs, is swatted away. Tries to get some more room, but Childs got him again. And a rebound in the hands of Holman, quickly ahead to Parker. Parker makes the grab, lays it up and in. Nice attempt by Michael DeLu, but could not pull the ball out of the hands of Parker. And it's quickly 4-0 Bingham. Namdar with 6:10 remaining in the opening quarter. Into the corner. Taylor Moore, hands off. Jumper on the way and off the mark by Roberts, and it's Yoeli Childs with the board. Play down the floor now with Michael Green. Green hands back to Yoeli Childs. Childs goes right at Gerlach. And we're going to have a foul on Gerlach. It'll be the first foul of the ball game. Childs a trigger, gets it into Holman. Holman running hook is good, and that's now 6-0 Bingham. Big advantage is size and also speeding up Alta. He likes to take their time offensively. Namdar outside to Moore. Alta looking for their first points. Roberts to Moore now on the angle with Namdar. Namdar working on Parker. Kicks out to Gerlach. Gerlach working on Newbold. Crossover. Gets him off his feet. Gerlach too strong, and Childs with the board. Michael Green on the push, quickly ahead to Parker. Parker to Newbold. On the angle now with Green. Mentioned had 5 threes a week ago against Brighton. Down the lane with Parker. Floated off the glass. No on the rebound. Abraham Gerlach with the board. And we'll go the other way with the Hawks. Gerlach outside to Taylor Moore. Jumper from DeLu. Too strong, and a rebound taken by Childs. Quickly ahead now with Green. Newbold working on the dribble. Fall away Jay, too strong, and the rebound. And we got a foul. Let's see if it'll go against Holman or Roberts. They'll go against Holman. One team foul apiece, 4:40 remaining in the first quarter. Here's DeLue. Hands back to Roberts, working on Holman. Nice find inside DeLue, working on Green. Kicks back up, Gerlach for three. That's off the mark, and a rebound taken by Holman. In the hands of Michael Green. And the Miners will set up a high screen. Green gives back to Holman. Holman high post to Childs. Childs off the window and good. 8-0 Bingham halfway through the first quarter. Namdar kicks out to Gerlach straight away. Taylor Moore. And that lips in and out on the rebound to Holman. Green gives up to Parker. Parker drops in to Yoli Childs. Childs working on Gerlach. Step back jumper well off the mark. Holman can't get the putback. And Namdar with the board and timeout, Coach Barker. 3:33 remaining in the first. 8-0 Bingham. So after the timeout, back down the floor with the Hawks. Here's DeLue. Gerlach now, Namdar. Now on the angle with Namdar. Cross court to Moore. Moore drives the base against Gierig. Roberts saves into the backcourt. Parker on his horse. DeLue knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Bingham ball along the baseline. Michael Green to trigger. Into Kyle Gierig, now to Michael Green. Parker. Back to Holman. Holman drop into Oil Childs. Childs working on Gerlach. Power move into the lane. They get him for shuffling his feet. It will go the other way with Alta. 2:45 remaining in the quarter. Back down the floor. Gerlach cross court. Roberts. Roberts hard to the hole. Off the window and good. First field goal of the game for the Hawks. Comes with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Parker to Holman. Now on the angle with Green. Try to get inside to Childs. Childs tried to save it in. Out of bounds. We'll go back to Alta. Back down the floor with Michael DeLue and the Hawks. Here's Namdar. On the angle with Chris Roberts. Three on the way from Namdar off the back of the iron. And the rebound, Yoli Childs. Childs for three. And Yoli Childs from downtown. Childs with 7 points in the quarter. And it's 11-2. Here's Namdar. Namdar down the lane to the cup and finishes. 1:35 remaining in the quarter. 11-4 our score. Green back to Childs. Childs drop in Holman. Holman has slapped away into the hands of Namdar. Gerlach into the corner. DeLue for three. Too strong and rebound to Parker. Parker on the push. Parker into the corner. Gierig for three. Well off the mark. Childs the ball slapped away. And back down the floor with Alta. 1:05 remaining in the quarter. Here's Gerlach. Gerlach goes right at Childs. Tries to get him off his feet and does. No call on the contact. Out of bounds off of Childs. And we'll stay here. Up top of DeLue. Roberts following the lane. Too strong. Gets his own board. Goes back up with the left hand and scores. 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. 11-6. Roberts with 4 in the quarter. Holman now to Parker on the angle. Backdoor to Holman. Holman reverses. Blocked by Roberts. Roberts on the push going right at the Miners. Here's Namdar. Goes at Gierig. DeLue. Gerlach for three. And Gerlach from downtown. A welcome sight from Alta. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Did not score until 2.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. And out of 9, that's 11-9. Michael Green holding for the final shot now inside of 10 seconds. Gehrig, 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Holman jumper on the baseline is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter. At the end of 1, Bingham 13, Alta 9. Start of the second quarter and a 4-point lead for the Miners. Newbold hands off Gehrig. Gehrig gets it into Childs. Childs fall away shot 2 is short. And a rebound to Roberts. Namdar tracks it down after the miscommunication. He and Nick Beard Beard went for it with Namdar standing behind him. Here's Alex Johnson. Johnson into the corner. Beard down the baseline to Johnson. It's a 2-point shot. No. Rebound to Roberts. And Roberts will back it up top to Namdar. Here's Gerlach. He hit that 3 right before the end of the quarter. Beard down the lane. Can't get it to go. Pressured by Gehrig. Newbold with the board. And back down the floor with the Miners. It was Joey Childs with 7 points in the first quarter. Pacing the way for the Miners. Parker up top with Michael Green. Did not score in the opening frame. Drop it inside. Childs working on Gerlach. Childs try to step through and gets it to go. Childs now with 9 points, and it's 15-9 in favor of Bingham. 6:40 remaining in the second quarter. Namdar pressured by Parker and somehow got it to go. He was looking for a foul call. Didn't get it. Nice shot by Namdar. And it's now 15-11. In the corner for Parker. Green thought about it. Back to Leighton Parker. Drop it into Yoli Childs. Childs back to Green. Now Newbold. Green will drive the lane. Try to leave it for Childs. Childs along the baseline to Gehrig. Gehrig will jump it. And a lips out. Rebound to Newbold. And Newbold will reset the offense to Michael Green. 5:55 remaining in the first half. Green will pull for 3. Too strong. And a rebound taken by Alex Johnson. Johnson on the push. Hawks got numbers. Here's Namdar. Hands back to Beard for 3. And Beard from downtown. 15-14. Childs out to Gehrig. Alta student section getting into a fall-away jumper from Childs. And Yoli Childs with 11 points in the half. 5:20 remaining in the first half. Back down the floor. Johnson outside Namdar. Into the corner to Beard, who moments ago hit that 3. Here's Gerlach. Gerlach outside to Roberts. Roberts straight away with Johnson. Now Namdar. Namdar off the screen, pulls for 3. Too strong, and a rebound tracked down by Childs. Lost it out of bounds. Well, they're going to say Gerlach knocked it out of his hands, and we'll go with the Miners. Abram Gerlach gets his first breather of the ball game. Hayden Henriod comes on for the Hawks. Here's Youngblood. Give it up top to Parker. Parker to Newbold. Newbold will jump it from the free throw line and knock it down. And it's a 5-point lead for the Miners. 4:35 remaining in the first half. Outside to Beard. Now Namdar. Outside Johnson in the corner to Beard. Straight away to Henriod. Namdar working on Parker. Gets by him down the baseline. Got Childs off his feet and scores. Nice take and finish by Namdar. Took him a little bit to get going. Namdar now with 6 points. Here's Youngblood. Hands off to Parker. Cross court. Gehrig now to Newbold. Gehrig for 3. Off the mark and a rebound taken by Henriod. Back down the floor with Johnson. Johnson inside. Henriod got over top of Childs. No, he didn't. I think he got a hit by Childs. Should be a block. Gehrig going the other way down the lane and one. Nice take and finish by Kyle Gehrig, and he'll go to the line looking for the three-point play. Gehrig at the line, still recovering the hyperextended elbow he hurt in the semifinal football game. And he hits the +1 free throw. 22-16 Miners, 3:35 remaining in the first half. Back down the floor, DeLue. Gerlach will come back in the game in the next break. Here's Beard. Beard outside, three on the way from Johnson is well too strong. Henriod tracked it down, but off his hands, and will go the other way. Back down the floor we go with the Miners. Childs. Blocked by Gerlach, and I got a jump ball. And the possession arrow belongs to Alta. Gerlach was on top of that ball. I think Childs is arguing that it wasn't dual possession, he let it go. But it's Hawk basketball. 3:05 remaining in the half. Here's Beard. Beard hands off to Johnson. DeLue lobs for Gerlach. Was supposed to be an alley-oop, couldn't get it to him. Here's Roberts. Now Johnson crosses DeLue into the corner. Beard for three. Off the mark. Roberts with the board, stripped away by Youngblood. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound on Dason Youngblood. And it'll be Hawk ball on the baseline. Second team foul on the Miners. First foul on Dason Youngblood. Roberts outside to Beard. Beard off the screen. A Gerlach will jump it on the baseline. Can't get it to go. And now we got a foul again on the rebound. And we'll stay here once again on Dason Youngblood. Namdar comes back on the floor for the Hawks. Beard to trigger. Here's Roberts. Now DeLue. Here's Roberts on the angle. Now Namdar. Namdar for a deep three. And Nima Namdar from way downtown. 22-19. Dason Youngblood to Kyle Gehrig. Gehrig to Michael Green. Up top, Childs again for three. Ellie Childs, second long ball of the half. Now has 14. It is 25-19. 1:45 remaining in the first half. Here's DeLue. Up top, Gerlach. Outside, Beard looking for his second three. And Beard from downtown. Nick Beard. His second three of the quarter. And it's 25-22. Green out to Newbold. Here's Youngblood. Drop it inside to Childs. Childs works to the middle of the floor. Stopped away by DeLue and got him with a foul. It should be on the pass. That'll be the third team foul on the Hawks. Should be inbound along the baseline. Childs hit the first. And rattles home the second. 27-22. Childs now with 15 points in the first half. Here's Namdar. Hit that deep three in the last possession. Into the corner to Gerlach. Gerlach cross court to Beard. Looking for his third three. In and out and in. Beard with his third three of the quarter. 27-25 inside of a minute. Drop it inside to Childs. Childs, fall away Jay. What a first half for Yoli Childs. 29-25. He's got 17 points. 2 threes and the number of baseline jumpers for Yoli Childs. Hand outside to DeLue inside of 40 seconds. Coach Barker wanting one shot, 35 seconds. No shot clock in high school basketball as they take this thing all the way down for the final shot of the half. Here's Gerlach. 20 seconds now remaining. Now 15. Hearing it from the minor student section. Common practice inside of 10 seconds. Gerlach will pull for three, blocked by Childs, and they got him with the foul. Tough call to go against Yoli Childs. Probably got the block at first to follow through, but you say he hit the ball at the top. 6.7 seconds remaining. It'll be 3 free throws for Ibrahim Gerlach. Gerlach split the first two and has got one more. and left it short. Rebound to Holman. 5 seconds. Here's Green, 3 seconds. Cross court to Gehrig. At the buzzer. Gehrig for 3. Kyle Gehrig at the horn. Heading to the locker room. It's the Miners 35. Or pardon me, Miners 32. Alta 26. High Schooll Rewind is excited to have Nudge as our Player of the Game sponsor. Nudge is one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. With over 500 employees, Nudge is one of the largest contributors of volunteer community outreach programs. To learn more about Nudge and their program, visit www.nudge.com. Second half ready to get started. We're going to start with the Bingham Miners. Bingham leads by 6 after the three-pointer at the buzzer from Kyle Gehrig. Back down up the floor with the Miners outside to Michael Green. Held scoreless in the first half. Parker drop it in now to Holman. Holman spins to the base and goes up and scores. Holman now with 6 points. And it's 34-26 Miners. Namdar works out the screen. A Gerlach down the lane. Try to kick it out. Ball slapped away by Holman. Got to have the longest wingspan in the state of Utah. Parker goes at Roberts and picks up the foul. That'll be the first team foul of the second half. Also the first foul on Roberts. Oh, nice find inside to Holman. Holman now with 4 points to get the second half started. And it's a 10-point game, 36-26. Largest lead of the game, 8. Now, which was 8-0, about 2.5 minutes left. Here's Roberts. Reverses out, hands back to Gerlach. Oh, finds it wide open. Taylor Moore, who lays it up and in. Outside to Parker. Parker drops it in. Childs works on the baseline, and they got an offensive foul on Childs. Second personal foul on Childs, and we'll go back with the Hawks. DeLu hands off to Namdar. Off the screen of Gerlach. Namdar goes at Childs and traveled. Got caught there. Turnover and go back to Bingham. Green gives it up to Holman. Green holds. Hands off to Newbold. Newbold to Parker. Drop it in to Childs. Childs spins base. Jump hook. No. Rebound to DeLu. DeLu on the push. Gives it up to Moore. And they'll set up the offense. Here's Namdar into the corner to Gerlach. Gerlach cross court Moore. Young freshman goes right at Newbold. Couldn't finish it. Roberts couldn't get the tip to go. And it's Childs clearing the rebound. 5:50 remaining in the third quarter. Newbold on the baseline. And are they going to count the bucket? No, they're going to call it on the floor. The foul will go on Moore. The second team foul on the Hawks. They called the foul on Namdar. That's not right. The foul's on Moore. Coach Barker and try to get that straightened out, but right now they can't fix anything. Holman goes right at Roberts and got him with a charge. So foul on Holman. That's his first, team's second. They did get that foul changed. The foul goes on Moore, not on Namdar. They're back down the floor with Namdar and the Hawks. Up top of Gerlach. On the angle now with Moore. Hands off to Roberts. Roberts goes at Holman. Roberts blocked by Holman, out of bounds, off of the Miners, and will stay here with Alta. Inbound to Gerlach. Gerlach up top, DeLu. DeLu to Roberts, working on Childs, jumps it, and doesn't score. Childs right there, affected that shot. Going down the floor with the Miners, 5:10 remaining in the third. Parker leaves it to a trailing Childs, drops it into Holman. Holman over top of Roberts, and Holman scores once again in the quarter. 38-28, timeout, Alta. 5:01 remaining in the third. So after the timeout, down the floor we go with the Alta Hawks and DeLu. Here's Gerlach. Outside to Beard. Beard hit 3 threes in the second quarter. Alta needed some offensive therapy here in the third. Gerlach goes right at Childs. Gets the bump, got blocked. Ball out of bounds, and they're going to say off of Childs, and we'll stay here with Alta. Beard to trigger. Gets it into DeLue. High post to Roberts. Out to Beard for 3. Number 4 for Nick Beard. He had 3 threes in the second quarter, now 1 in the third. 12 points for Beard. Outside to Michael Green. Green up top to Parker. Parker for 3. And Leighton Parker from downtown. Push it back up to a 10-point game. Back down the floor with Roberts. The Beard. Nemdar gives it up to Gerlach. Gerlach goes right at Childs and scores. Got him off rhythm. Well done by Ibrahim Gerlach. Back down the floor with Michael Green. Green drops it in to Holman. Holman leaves it short, tipped up by Childs. No, back up by Newbold. And Newbold gets the bucket. Beard wanted the offensive foul, or the rebounding call over the back, but didn't get it. Back down the floor, DeLue kicks out to Roberts. Roberts has that slapped away by Parker, but got it back. Namdar up top, Gerlach. Now DeLue. DeLue working on Holman, gets inside and scores. Nice take and finish by DeLue. Now 43-35. Drop it in to Childs. Childs spins base and got a foul on Gerlach. That'll be his second foul. Third team foul of the half. Green to trigger. Gets it into Gehrig. Outside Parker. Green gets it into Childs. Childs jump hook in the lane, leaves it short. And a rebound cleared by Roberts. Roberts back to Alex Johnson. Here's Gerlach. Gerlach going again at Childs. Gets the foul, and here they got the bucket. It'll be 2 free throws coming away of Ibrahim Gerlach, and that'll be the third personal foul on Yoli Childs. It's the third personal foul on Childs. It's one part of his game he's got to figure out to stay on the floor for Bingham as Gerlach hits both free throws. A 6-point game. He's got to be able to stay on the floor, and now in foul trouble with 3. Drop it in to Childs, and we got a foul away from the ball, and that'll go against Parker. And that'll be the 5th team foul on the Miners. First foul on Parker, 4th team foul on the Miners. Back down the floor with Alta and a chance to cut it to 4 and possibly 3. Gerlach. Up top with Roberts. Roberts hands back to Johnson. Gerlach on the screen. Johnson hands back. Gerlach pulls for 3. Well off the mark. Roberts with the board and saved it in, but nobody home, and we'll go the other way with Bingham. So after the turnover, back down the floor with the Miners in a 6-point lead. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Green, high post to Newbold. Newbold hands back to Parker. Parker drop it into Childs working on Gerlach. Gets by him, and a call with the hook. Wipe off the bucket, and now a technical foul afterward. So there's 4th personal foul and now a T. And Childs will sit for the final 150. And Childs leaves the floor. We'll sort it out, but that may be his 5th foul, but I don't think so. Here's DeLue, hands back to Beard. Beard gives it up to Gerlach. Gerlach cross court to Johnson, up top DeLue. On the angle with Beard. Beard down the lane, has it slapped away by Green, and it'll be a foul on Green. It'll be 1-and-1 free throws for the Hawks. First free throw good from Beard, and gets his second. 43-40, 1:25 remaining in the quarter. Hands back to Parker. Gehrig can't get that one to go. Gerlach clears the board. Up the floor now with Alta with 1:10 remaining. Gerlach. Back to Johnson. 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Here's Roberts. Roberts along the baseline, reverse it, no, blocked by Holman. Nice crossover by Green in the corner. Gehrig pull up, Jay, no. Rebound to Gerlach. 40 seconds remaining. Coach Barker wanting the final shot of the quarter. Roberts didn't see it. Back to Beard for three. His fifth three of the ball game ties us up at 43. About 7 years ago, David Johnson in this game hit 7 threes to keep Bingham in it. It's Nick Beard with 5 threes thus far to tie us up at 43. Now a foul on Alta. That'll be the 15th foul on the Hawks. 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Green to trigger the inbound. Gets it into Gehrig. 20 seconds now remaining. Up top of Michael Green. Outside to Parker. Parker along the baseline will pull and leaves it short. Rebound to Namdar. Namdar with 10 seconds. Magic going to try to find some way to get the ball in the hands of Beard. 5 seconds. Namdar working on Gehrig. Namdar pulls up, leaves it short, ball still loose, and that'll do it for the third quarter. But what a third quarter from the Alta Hawks. Nick Beard hits a couple more threes, and at the end of 3, we're all tied up, 43 all between Bingham and Alta. Start of the fourth quarter, all tied up at 43. Here's Beard, ahead to Gerlach. Gerlach navigates his way down the lane. Blocked by Holman, tipped out and taken by Green. Gerlach got to feel pretty good, but Holman's got a lot of length as well. Green kicks out to Parker. Parker inside to Holman. Holman foul by Gerlach. And that'll be the third personal foul on Ibrahim Gerlach and the 15th foul on Alta. Holman hit the first and hits the second. 45-43. Holman now with 12 points. Most of those coming in the second half. Namdar to Gerlach, now to Johnson. Outside to Beard. Beard over to Namdar. Now Johnson. Namdar for deep three, and it won't go. Goes in and out. And a rebound. Controlled by the Miners quickly down the floor. Green. Now Gehrig down the lane. We got a foul out on the floor. Wipe off the bucket. It's a 16 foul on the Hawks. We bonus free throws remaining of the fourth quarter. Drop it inside to Holman. Holman leaves out well short. Thought he'd get a foul and didn't. Matthews up top. Green now to Parker into the corner. Gehrig. And that's no good. A rebound taken by Beard. Back down the floor with Namdar. Namdar to Beard. Now DeLue. DeLue cross court Namdar. Here's DeLue. .6:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Gerlach. Goes right on Holman, slapped away by Green. Kicks out, Roberts for three. Leaves it short and the rebound. Taken by Parker. Parker outside to Green. Gehrig. Gehrig down the lane. Can't finish, and the rebound is taken by Gerlach. Gerlach on the push. Gerlach loses the handle. Gehrig double dribble. Gehrig was going to give it up to Holman, but DeLue was there. It'll be Hawk ball. Game is getting intense here at Bingham High School. 5:45 remaining in the fourth. DeLue gives up the Beard. Beard sitting on 5 threes, and Alta just a little antsy here in the fourth quarter. Welcome back in after the timeout. 5.5 remaining. Bingham looking to extend their lead, 45-43. Drop it into Holman. Holman, fall away. Jay is good, and Holman has been the offense in the second half for Coach Schroeder and the Miners. 14 points in the ball game. Ahead to Beard. Beard reverses and scores. Alta has got to feed the Beard. He's got 20. Matthews now to Gehrig. Gehrig in the lane, off the window, no. Rebound taken by Roberts. Roberts kicks back to Namdar, now over to DeLu. 3-2 defense from Bingham actually going man. DeLu outside Namdar. Now Gerlach back to Beard. DeLu in the corner, Namdar. Working on Holman, and they'll reset the offense. 4:25 now on the clock. Roberts outside Namdar. Had DeLu wide open underneath the hoop, didn't see him. Gerlach out the screen. Namdar hands back to Beard. Quickly to DeLu. Roberts, now Namdar. Namdar down the lane, give it up to Gerlach. Gerlach swatted by Holman. Gerlach anticipated him to go after it initially. He got him after the double clutch. Back down the floor with the Miners and 3:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Outside Gehrig. Gehrig off the screen of Matthews in the lane. Pirouette has that ball slapped away by Roberts. A loose ball picked up by Roberts. Hands back to Gerlach. 3.5 remaining in the fourth. Drop it into Roberts. Had a ball slapped away. Picked up by Holman. On the push now with Green. Green in the lane. Kicks out Gehrig for three. And Gehrig from downtown. Timeout Bingham. Gehrig hit a three at the buzzer to end the second quarter, and a big one there. Miners lead 50-45. Alta's going to have to find some offense down the stretch. Nick Beard has supplied it. We got to run some things to him. Here's DeLu. DeLu into the corner to Beard. Now DeLu. Into Gerlach. Gerlach kicks out Beard. DeLu down the lane. Gerlach cross court Namdar. Namdar down the lane. Off of Newbold. Couldn't get the bucket. Namdar with the board. Kicks out the Beard. Now over to DeLu for three. DeLu from downtown. 50-48. DeLu now with 5 points. 2:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Back down the floor with Green outside to Gehrig. Gehrig, oh, that ball there picked up by DeLu into the hands of Green. Off the screen of Newbold. Green gives it up to Newbold. Gerlach slapped it away, but back into the hands of Michael Green. Coach Schroeder now calling to spread out the floor and wanting to stretch it out and take him down the lane. And now timeout, Coach Schroeder. 2:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. 50-48, Miners lead. After the timeout, up top of Gehrig. Gehrig down the lane, got the bump from Robertson and get the foul call. Holman couldn't get the board, but back into the hands of Gehrig. Gehrig, scary pass out to Green. DeLu right with him. Green down the lane, into the corner. Gehrig for three. Back rim. Rebound taken by Matthews. And hands back to Parker. 1:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. A number of opportunities there for Alta. Here's Green. Into the corner again. Gehrig down the baseline. Gehrig floated up too strong. Backside Matthews. 2 offensive rebounds in his possession for Matthews. 1:20 remaining in the fourth. Green again. Down the lane. Has not looked for a shot all night. Matthews out top to Parker. Hey, now they're going to force Alta to foul them. 1-on-1 free throws. 7 fouls to Bingham, 6 fouls to Alta. 1 minute now remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Green. Green picked by DeLu. Out of bounds off of DeLu and will stay here. 52.8 remaining. Remember, they can inbound to the backcourt. Parker to Trigger. Gets it into Holman. Holman kicks out to Parker. And now a foul on Beard. That's his second personal foul. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Leighton Parker. And now the second. Hit the front end. And rattles home number 2. 52-48. Got to get moving if you're Alta. 45 seconds remaining. Namdar to DeLu. DeLue into the corner. Roberts down the baseline, goes at Holman, and it kicks out. Rebound to Holman. Nice take by Roberts. And it was Holman's length that made him float over the top of it, just too strong. And it'll be Holman shooting one-on-one free throws. Holman hit the front end. And a second lips out. Rebound to Gerlach. Got to get moving. 32 seconds. Gerlach hands back to Beard looking for number 6. Well too strong. He's thought about that for a little bit. And they're going to say, was it off of Matthews? Yes, they're going to say yes it was. Stay here with Alta. Coach Schroeder can't believe it. So it'll be Alta ball on the baseline. Beard triggers into Gerlach. Back to Beard in the corner. Beard back to Gerlach inside of 20 seconds for 3. No, and a rebound to Matthews. Matthews has not played much, but he's got 2 offensive boards and now the defensive board that could salt the game away as he goes to the line for one-on-one free throws. Jordan Matthews hit the first. Back rims the second. Gerlach with the board, 14 seconds. Bingham on their way to 5-0 in region. Leaves that one short. Rebound to Holman, and that'll do it. No ULE Childs in the fourth quarter, and the Bingham Miners hold off a rally from the Alta Hawks and move to 5-0 in region play with a 54-48 victory over their rival Alta Hawks. And welcome back to Bingham High School. Again, our final score, the Bingham Miners 54 and the Alta Hawks 48, and a big win for Bingham. They moved to 5-0 in region play heading into the second half of region, and a big win tonight against Alta. And the fourth quarter was the biggest test tonight for Bingham, and it's something I think will springboard them as they continue to get better throughout this year. ULE Childs fouled out with about 150 remaining in this game with an offensive foul and then a technical foul. And in the fourth quarter, it looked like this could be Alta's game. It was 43-43 heading into the fourth. But Alta could not get things moving in the fourth quarter, only scored 5 points in the quarter, and Bingham got things moving. The big was down the stretch, offensive rebounds. Jordan Matthews had big rebounds. Well, the story of the second half was Mr. Holman, 15 points in the game, a bulk of almost all of those coming in the second half. ULE Childs had 17 and a half, did not score in the second half. It was Jared Holman getting things done offensively, also defensively, protecting the bucket, got a number of blocks, altered shots. Roberts had a shot at down the baseline late in the fourth quarter, but it was Holman that altered that shot, and Alta could not get things moving. To speak about Alta, they played pretty well tonight. Abraham Gerlach played very well. Namdar had a strong first half, but it was Nick Beard with 20 points in this game, 5 threes off the bench, played outstanding basketball. Could be something that Coach Barker can maybe find throughout the second half of region play, but a tough loss tonight against the Bingham Miners. Bingham moves on 5-0 in region play. Our nudge player of the game going to go to Jared Holman. You have got to win games in the second half, and Holman did that, especially without ULE Childs in the paint on both sides of the floor in the fourth quarter. Got the job done as Bingham held Alta to only 5 points in the fourth quarter. Again, our final score, the Bingham Miners 54, the Alta Hawks 48. Our nudge player of the game, Jared Holman. With over 500 employees, Nudge is one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. To learn more about Nudge and his community outreach programs, go to www.nudge.com. Again, our final score, Bingham 54, Alta 48. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching High School Rewind, only on Xfinity On Demand.